We're talking about V for Vendetta today. It may not be a long video, I don't know, but anyway, it's Raxin back in Raxy's world. Welcome, welcome. So one thing I want to talk about though is the weirdest part of the movie where V ended up pretending, basically doing a whole prank, even though it wasn't a prank, on Evie, making her think that she had the black bag over her head and was being tortured for days by the government, when in reality, it was him that was torturing her. Basically, it was his whole lesson to wipe away her fear of death, wipe away her fear of the government, wipe away her fear of most of the things that were happening. In V's world, or the world where it's Britain, basically. I say Britain, England, Europe, okay? The government is restricting so many things, okay? It was a person that was a politician. He rose to power, and now there's so many restrictions of everything, trying to prevent a war that's happening. My theory is that the war was already either still happening or it ended, and he was just making it seem like there was still a war going on. But anyway, yeah. So Evie's one of the people that's afraid of the government doing something to her. They got curfews. They can't be out at a certain time at night. You know, at the start of the movie, she damn near gets raped by men that's called fingermen, or basically, I want to say officers, but they're not really officers. And that's how she met V. He saved her, right? In the middle of the movie, he does a moment to where he puts the bag over her head, makes her think that she's been captured by the government. He tortures her by basically putting her head in the toilet. I would say, I think he beat her too. Cut off all her hair. Like, he did multiple things, and he did this for days, okay? She literally thought she was going to die. And it was all because she was not willing to tell the government who V was. Because if I'm gonna be honest with you, she don't know who V is. So it's like, she can't say I don't know, because they don't believe her ass. They didn't have lie detectors back then, which is surprising. Where the lie detectors at? I guess they weren't inaccurate. I guess they were inaccurate. Oh my gosh. But anyways, I gotta say, bro, people had a mixed bag on this, and I was shocked that they were mixed on this. Bitch, that was uncomfortable. I see why Evie left. Okay? Now, you may be wondering, how did she even get caught by the government? Bro, she left V's hideout and went to a friend's house because she did not want to be stuck with V anymore. V kills people, okay? He's been killing these people. He never described what his actual plan was. Like, he did, but he didn't describe why he's killing all these people. So she thinks he's fucking crazy, which I understand. This dude knows too many V words, okay? Too many words starting with V. I understand why she thinks he's fucking crazy, okay? But anyways, when she left, the person she stayed with, he was like a host of a show, and they basically made a joke, but they live in a dystopian world. Like, I don't like to say dystopian, but they live in this type of world where they don't even like to laugh about the government. Basically, democracy has left. It's left the fucking chat, okay? They don't even want game shows to do, or shows in general, to make fun of what the government is doing. They made fun of V punking the government. So they came to this dude's house, bagged him up, and took him away, and she hid under the bed. And then she left out the window, and then suddenly we're thinking that one of the fingermen got her and they took her back to the facility. No, it was V. He followed her there. He knew where she was the whole time. That's my theory. I think he knew where she was the whole time. Now, after Evie had went through her torture, there was this story about Valerie, and may I just say, bro, this is me, okay? When I haven't cried in a long time, like, I mean months and months on end, if something happens and it's like upsetting, but it's not too upsetting, right? Somehow I will end up crying no matter what. Like, that is, it's like, no matter what, but I'll cry more than I would think I would normally cry. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's just my body for real. But that's what happened with this one. This time I cried. I haven't cried in like since shit. Wait, when have I cried, bitch? Months, I think. So when the whole Valerie story was happening, I knew I was gonna cry anyway, but I cried hard. I cried multiple times to this. It depressed me because I was like, bro, ain't no way. Valerie was taken by the government, bagged up basically, and they were killing her because she's gay. And it hurt me because I was like, that was the only reason? Did she even commit a crime? She didn't. They found out that she was a lesbian, and they took her and they basically tortured her for days and days on end until she eventually died and succumbed to her wounds. It was so depressing, bro, and I was like, oh my god. Like, I cried multiple times to it. I swear, bro. And then finding out that the story was real, because when V revealed that he was the one who tortured Evie, I thought in my head just like, okay, so that Valerie story wasn't real type shit. And I didn't get relief fully off of it, but I didn't feel like, I still cried, but I didn't, like, cry as hard when I thought that the whole Valerie story was fake. No, the Valerie story was real. And then I started crying again. I was just like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? But no, when he revealed that it was him, he revealed that he was trying to erase her fear because she said that she does not, she's tired of being afraid of the government basically and tired of being afraid all the time. So he tried to erase it. That's why he did that whole lesson. And I think he also tortured her and beat her so that she can get a grasp on what the government will do. Because I think she was thinking he was playing. He was not playing. The government will really take you away type shit. And I think that this is really a message. You know, of course it's a message. Oh my God, I think this is really a message. No, my dumb ass. I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say I know it's a message. But there were so many people saying that, oh my gosh, that's like real time. That's happening in real time. And I believe them. But this was back in 2006. And you're saying it's happening in real time. How accurate is this to real time? Because I don't live in Europe. So I'm like, I don't live in Europe. So it's like, what do you mean this is happening in real time? Now the wars, yes, the multiple wars happening around the world that happen in V for Vendetta's world, that's accurate because it's happening right now. But the whole government shutting the entirety of the place, the town down, I think that's accurate too. It's just not where I'm located. Probably another part of the world. So I'm wondering more about it. I want to hear what y'all think about it, okay? But I feel like I have more to say on this. I said it wasn't going to be long. I'm so sorry. But anyways, let's talk more about it with the whole, if he was right for that. Of course not. I think that V doing that really just showed you that he is a flawed individual. Of course that. But he's a broken and fucked up individual. Let me just tell you all about how V was, for me at least. When I first saw V, I loved how weird he was. I loved how much he seemed to enjoy his Guy Fawkes persona, how he thought that he was doing the right thing and how he really is. He loves his job. Basically he's enthusiastic. He felt like a nerd to me, but worse than a nerd, he's just weird. Like that. I was like, this is a weird guy, but I like him for real. He cooks his eggs and stuff. He has that apron on and stuff like that. He knows a lot of V words, bitch. She asked him, like, are you like a crazy person? And he was like, that's probably what they're gonna call me. I was thinking in my head just like, now why the hell did you ask if he's a crazy person? You should have asked how the hell he knows so many V's. Like, how he knows so many V words, baby? I know he practiced. That's why he laughed. He was just like, this vicious verbose. Like, I don't know how to fucking say it. But no, for real, like, I feel like at first I idolized this character. Like, I was looking at it like he's really he's like, he's a freedom fighter for real. Like, he really wants to like liberate the people. Like he said, people shouldn't be afraid of the government. The government should be afraid of its people type shit. Like, he said that. And so I'm like, okay, he's a really cool character. Now, when he did that to Evie, it made me come down from that high of him being a really cool, mysterious character to me realizing that he's a broken human. He's a broken individual. He's a human. You start looking at this character like a character, essentially. You start looking at this character like someone to idolize, like a hero, like a persona. But then you realize that this character is not played by a phantom. It's not played by some mythical creature. Guy Fawkes was played by a man broken by his government, ripped away from his identity. He forgot his name. He forgot who the fuck he was, okay? That's how bad they tortured this man. They put him through experimentation, shooting him up with drugs and stuff like that. It made him go insane. This man is a broken, flawed, fucked up individual. That's what him doing that to Evie made me realize. I'm idolizing this character when in actuality this character is being posed by a broken, fucked up man. Like, he's human. It humanized him, sad to say. And it liberated Evie, even though of course I don't agree with the shit, okay? That was fucked up. What the hell? The first thing she mentioned is that you cut off my hair, but I think she mentioned it in how the time of events were, because he did start off cutting her hair, then he tortured her, then like all this, he made her believe that she actually was gonna die. She accepted her death. And that's what, it liberated her. She went out into the rain. Some people did the whole stretch thing of like, not stretch, but the tying them together where he was born from fire with revenge, and a vendetta, she was born from rain, forgiveness, and, rebirth. So I love that. And to be honest with you, this was a good ass movie. The end, I cried the most. I cried the most at the end. I cried a total of 6 times to this movie. Actually, more than that. I'm embarrassed by the number. But anyways, that was it. Thank y'all for watching.